halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity? I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
4. Call it a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. Now he's loose up the left sideline. Now look out, Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
Would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say at this.
They're going to try and run, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. New England's offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Short pass caught by Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
2nd and 6. Play action. Now Richardson.
Steps away to his left.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a give to Taylor. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Richardson.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jonathan Grenard
coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball. But they brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
Richardson on 4th down.
He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense field at the 49-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Really, Charles, not much. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that will bump the lead up to 26. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move. I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
Second down, here's Richardson.
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
They'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football, but he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Back to throw again. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Juju Smith-Schuster from 8 yards out. And the Patriots are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The extra point up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it would appear that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 7. Again, it's Taylor. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Richardson looking to throw. Rolling to his right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Come on. Set. Press all 80.
And they take a knee. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis.
Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Trayvon Walker, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Now Richardson. He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
They'll roll him out right.
He'll fire deep, looking for more.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 3. Myers in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Pacheco.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From midfield, here's Mahomes.
That's complete to Tony.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Here's Pacheco once again.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw.
That went behind his man, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And his kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Flushed out right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he's brought to the ground after a gain of 7, 5 more than he needed on 4th and 2. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll buy some time right. He finds his man complete. It's Schmidt. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
This is Taylor, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
taking it in from the 20.
And the Colts have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Point after here coming up. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. To throw, it's Mahomes.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 23.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He'll let one go deep for downs.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that will keep this a 4-point game. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy. and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Atlanta Falcons. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He finds his man complete. That's Schmidt. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Now Taylor. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Richardson off the play fake.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker.
Guaranteed they've been talking a lot about, can we find something that'll go our way? And that tip ball, that definitely just did.
Well, and with this margin manageable, yeah, that gives them a little juice maybe on the tip.
Yeah, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. That could help them get right back in it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw.
That is caught.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
81 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys to the Super Bowl.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the 2nd half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They run once more with Taylor.
Able to power through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, Taylor.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Colts are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
They'll let Taylor try and run.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It looks like right at the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
It's Myers again with another catch. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 45-yard line. And that'll be caught by Tony.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here.
That's caught left side. Myers with it.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Now the try here for the point after. will bump the lead up to 26. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. The Colts are champions of the AFC as we sign off here and say goodnight, everybody.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.